Sun Raes, welcome back to the channel. It's Ray. If you're new here, welcome. Today I am going to be doing a battle of the leave-ins. You guys said that you wanted to see that, so that is what I'm doing today. I've already shampooed my hair, deep conditioned it, and I've already applied the leave-ins. And y'all know that I apply the leave-ins in the shower, but I am going to let you know what I used. So in this front quadrant, I used the As I Am Classic leave-in. This back section, I use the Eaton Body Works Coconut Shea leave-in conditioner. In this front section, I use the Mielle leave-in. And in this back section, I use the Design Essentials Almond and Avocado. This is actually a daily moisturizing lotion, okay? So the reason I picked these is because I wanted to bring you guys some options that you could actually find on the ground. So these are the ones that I chose. These two are very similar consistencies, and they both say that you can use them after you cleanse your hair and leave in and style, okay? Even though this doesn't actually say leave in on the outside, you're not supposed to rinse it out, and you can use it daily, right? And then I use these two up front because I think these are the two y'all most concerned with. And they are very similar as far as how they feel going on and things like that, okay? So that's what we did. Now I am going to top it with a mousse, and I'm gonna use the mousse, the same mousse in every section. That way I will be able to tell if the leave-ins are moisturizing or not. I do feel like that they are going to need some help to keep the definition. So I'm going to top it with the mousse. Okay, so the mousse I'm going to use is the African Pride Olive Miracle Foaming Setting Mousse. I just recently used this, and when I used it with the gel, I got 5-day hair without having to re-moisturize. I did use 2 different leave-ins. I'll leave that video here. And I did not have to re-moisturize on 5th day, so that was good. And then I ended up shampooing. So I want to see if this is moisturizing on its own, because I was expecting to have to re-moisturize my hair using this and then the gel too, because sometimes, you know, gels can be drying and sometimes mousses can, but I didn't have any issues. So I'm like, okay, well, let's just use this again and see how it works for a twist out. So remember, this is the leave-in conditioner from Eaton Body Works, guys. My hair is puffing up a little bit now because it's been a while, but you can see the definition. This is one of those leave-ins that definitely is like a primer. You put it in your hair, it starts to define your hair and lock your curls in place. So I'm gonna try to hurry up and apply back here because I don't wanna rake and stuff like that and then not be able to, you know, get through my strands because it's trying to lock in the curls. So we're just going to apply this mousse back here, and we are going to twist, and we're going to see how these leave-ins work. I'm going to try not to twist too small just so I can get it done. It is hold on, somehow some hair got borrowed. There we go. It is later in the day, and guys, I've been struggling trying to get my hair done in the mornings like I used to be able to do. So luckily I don't have anywhere really I need to go tomorrow, so I'll be able to wear these twists all day tomorrow and let them dry, and we'll go from there. Okay guys, my hair is not tangled. Like I said, it has been thoroughly detangled and everything. It's just that this is locking in the curls. That's why I think it would be a really good leave-in for or a primer type to put underneath a gel to help to define those curls, and then you lock it in with the gel. There we go. Right, so I am going to put the ingredients to the leave-in on the screen so you can see what's in it and decide if it's one that you want to try or not. I am hoping that I don't get any flaking with this combo. I don't know. I did not test it. I usually don't test anything with a mousse because normally you can get, or I can get a good style with a mousse without it flaking. I can't remember really having a mousse flake on me, so yeah. So I didn't like try to test it or anything, but I'm gonna make these somewhat big. We're gonna go from there, guys. You guys tell me which one you think is going to have the most moisture, have the most definition. Let me know what you think down below out of the ones that I showed you. Go ahead and put your vote down in the comments section. I want to hear what you guys think. To be honest, I'm not sure myself. I'm not sure. Like I said, this one did already help to define my hair, and so did the Design Essentials, but that doesn't mean anything, you know? It may give more definition, but it may not necessarily give more moisture, and we want both, don't we? So, yeah, we'll see. All right, I think I'm gonna make this one big one on this side, and then we're gonna move on. Be careful when you use this mousse, because I said last time when I used it that it locks your hair in place too. It's one of those ones that you can't really rake through real fast because it catches. So with the leave-in already holding onto the hair and then this catching too, you got to be real careful with your hair. So yeah, especially if you have fine hair. Okay, so we got that one in. Now I'm gonna go ahead and move up here to the As I Am leave-in, and this is what it looks like. As you can see, it is more bushy too. It doesn't have quite the same amount of definition as the back section had, and you might not be able to tell, but I can definitely tell because I saw it when I first applied it to my hair and everything. And actually this, you know, it doesn't have that same feeling where it's locking in my hair, the definition. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and apply the mousse to this section. They all feel pretty decent as far as moisture right now in my hair, but my hair is still wet, full of water and everything too. But none of them have a really smooth glide. They're all kind of catching the hair, if you know what I mean. They're all somewhat primer type leave-ins. So yeah, some are just thicker than others. The two back sections have a thicker leave-in than the two front sections. All right, guys, you've seen what I've done here. I'll come back when I'm ready to do the other side. Okay, guys, so I got these two sides done. I caught myself doing big back here, and then I caught myself doing smaller up front. Anyway, I should have did it opposite, because the back is the one that I'm going to lay on the most and rub up against my car seat and all that. So that's the ones I should have did the smaller ones in, but we'll see. Okay, guys, so this side is the side that has the Design Essentials Daily Moisturizing Lotion in it. And it actually, in the shower, when I first applied it to my hair, it has started to really define my curls too. But, you know, as I've been out here, it has puffed up some. So, yeah, it definitely is a primer-like consistency, though, that kind of locks in the definition. So I want to let you know that. So we're going to go ahead and just add the mousse to it. Now, that's weird. Okay. Let me do another one just to make sure that wasn't a fluke. Okay, so I will say that my hair, when adding the mousse to this side, my hands are raking through it a lot easier, but it's also juicy, so I'm getting that wateriness that I get with some products. Some mousses do it. It's doing it to this, so I'm getting water running down versus having a lot of foam in my hair. It's a little bit more watery and soaking in a little bit better than this, as you see. See how that was foamy and thick? This is more watery. So these products mixing together is giving me a little bit more of a watery texture. I will say all of these, did I say that already? All of them soaked into my hair really well. None of the leave-ins were really sitting on top. Okay, now I'm getting a little bit more resistance. And that's why I don't want to use a brush. I want to be able to feel it with my fingers. Guys, I hope this turns out. I hope my hair is moisturized and defined, because I sure don't want dry, frizzy hair that I have to turn around and restyle. 1, 2, 3. So, yeah, I'll do 5 back here too. Hopefully these will dry pretty quickly with just me using a leave-in and a mousse. I thought about sitting under the dryer. I think I mentioned that in a previous video that I might try to sit under the dryer for my twist out since it's getting colder, just to see what happens. But I don't think I'm gonna do that today, because like I said, I started later in the day and I feel like I'm behind as it is. So I'm just gonna get these twists in, and then I'm going to do what I need to do around here. And that does not include sitting under the dryer. My battery is getting ready to run out. So I need to hurry up and get to this front quadrant. If it cuts out, you guys know what's going to happen. I'm just going to put the twist in and let it air dry, and I'll be back once it's dry. So here's the front section. This is the section that has the Mael pomegranate and honey. It's really fluffy too, so yeah. But let's see how the mousse feels with it. Doesn't feel bad, feels okay. Gotta hurry up, guys. I will say, out of all of these, this, I ain't gonna say that they all feel, I was gonna say this feels probably the least moisturized, but I don't know. It's hard to tell because they all have a primer type feel. None of them have the feel of some real creamy leave-ins that really give you that moisturized and plumped feeling, silky feeling, or anything like that. These are more primer type that starts to set the hair. At least the two in the back start to set the hair. The other ones just feel like primer, but don't necessarily give the same definition as the other ones. And guys, for those of you who say, just use the mousse that's on your hands, guess what? I'm just using the mousse that's on my hands. I didn't go in with some more on this one. You should be happy, because y'all be on me. Why are you getting more mousse? Why are you wiping your hands off? Just put that mousse on the other part of your hair. Blah, 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 blah. Y'all be on me, boy. I appreciate it. So, some of your comments, most of your comments I appreciate. There are those ones that I get every now and then. Again, that I'm just like, okay, we're just gonna ignore that and keep it moving. Okay, see how mousse is turning white again? So the one in the back, the Design Essentials, is the only one that turned watery, that didn't leave a whole lot of white sitting on top of the hair. So if that means anything to you, okay guys, getting down to the wire. It might cut off. If it does, I'll see you when the hair is dry and we're ready to take it down. In the meantime, leave your comments below of which one you think is going to turn out the best and which one you think I'm going to like the best. I'm gonna get some fresh here because I don't want nobody to say, well, you put fresh on everything else and on that one you didn't. So if it don't turn out right, it's probably because you didn't use fresh mousse. I'll get it all, believe you me. Somebody will say it, somebody will think it. All right, guys, last one. Okay, these are what the twists look like. Alrighty, I'll let them dry and I'll be back for the takedown, so stay tuned. Okay guys, so I'm back and we are going to take the twist down. Now, I actually should have been back yesterday, but time did not permit, so the twists have been up an extra day, okay? But we're gonna go ahead and take them down. I'm going to separate so we remember which twist or which, okay? So I'm gonna separate. And we're gonna start in the back like we always do. Okay, so there you go. So on this back section here, if you guys remember, I use the Eden Body Works Coconut Shea Leave-In Conditioner. So we're going to go ahead and start taking this section down, and we're going to see how it feels. Okay, so give you, you know, a little bit of a definition shot. Now, all of these sections were topped with the African Pride Olive Miracle Foam Setting Mousse. So they all have the same mousse on top. So I'm just going to separate. Okay, separating very easily. No hold or no crunch. No coated filling, which is good. Y'all know I don't like a coated filling. So there's the back. I think it's very defined. Of course, there's some frizz because we only use the leave-in and a mousse. But all in all, I think that it feels good and it's defined. Okay, so that's all I'm gonna say about it for now. Let's go over here to this side, and this back side we use the Design Essentials Almond and Avocado Daily Moisturizing Lotion. So it's this section back here. So we'll start taking it down. Okay, so give you a definition shot. It also looks pretty defined. Also separating quite nicely. Okay, so this is soft too, no crunch. I will say that I feel like this side is a tad bit frizzier on the ends. Like I said, both sides have some frizz, but this definitely is noticeably more frizzy, and it also feels a tad bit drier than this side. This side feels more moisturized. You definitely get a lot of definition with this as well. And see if I can give y'all more of a close-up. You can kind of see the ends are a little bit more frayed and frizz throughout in here, as opposed to this side, the ends aren't as frayed. There is, like I said, still a little bit of frizz, but for the most part it's clumped better. It feels more moisturized. The ends look a little bit better. So, and it's still hanging just a tad bit longer than this side. So yeah, okay, so now we're going to go up to this front section, and this front section was the classic As I Am leave-in conditioner, and that's what's on this front section. So we're going to go ahead and start taking it out again. Give you a little bit of how it looks before I separate. Then I'm just going to pull down and separate it. Oh, I will say that I don't feel a coated filling on this side either, so just so you know, okay? Okay, so I'm gonna say that this side is, to me, not separating as easily. I mean, it's separating, but I feel like the hair kind of wants to hug together. So it's not coming apart as easily. Still no coated filling at all. Still a lot of definition. And guys, that's why I said I can pretty much get a good twist out with just leave-in. I think even if I hadn't topped it with the mousse, because the mousse is quite light, I think I still probably would have gotten a pretty good twist out. But would it last as long, and would it have the moisture that it needs to have? Things like that. That's why I don't just do a leave-in. You know, I usually will do something else too, but you can use just a leave-in to get a twist out if you need to. Okay, so this is the As I Am side. I feel like it soft, no crunch, definitely has hold, definitely has definition. Again, definitely has some frizz in there. I definitely feel some moisture. I feel like this is more moisturized than this. I feel like the back is the most moisturized. So it'll be the back. This is second right now, and this is third. So let's go over here. This side is the Mielle leave-in conditioner, and we're gonna go ahead and take it down as well. Show you definition. It looks good, doesn't it? And it feels plump. Feels plump over here. No crunch. Separated quite nicely. But I do feel a little something on this side as far as a coating. Just a little bit, not a lot. Nothing to, you know, complain too much about. It also has frizz, but a lot of definition. And it is, I feel like, a little shrunken, okay? As far as shine and everything, what I can tell, my hair looks pretty similar on all sections, but truth be told, if I'm seeing correctly, guys, I'm trying to see in my little mirror down here, but sometimes the lighting isn't as good. But if I'm seeing correctly, the As I Am to me just looks like it has a tad bit more sheen to it than the other sections, but that could just be, you know, me and my lighting, right? So I feel like I'm getting a little bit more length from the Eat & Body Works, and the most moisture. Hold on. Front, back, very similar moisture. I think this might have a tad bit more, but not a lot. They both feel pretty moisturized. I feel like I'm getting a little less moisture in the back with the Design Essentials, and a little less moisture with the Mielle, okay? As I'm squeezing it, I feel like I am forming a little bit more frizz just by squeezing it, which also tells me that it doesn't have enough moisture in it for me to continue to touch it like this and it not sound like my hair is rubbing together, like it's getting, like sound a little bit like, I don't want to say paper, but you know, it has that sound that it needs something, right? Where I don't feel it with this, okay? So, yeah, guys, I might separate just a little bit more to see if I can get it to shape a little bit better, right? Just a little bit, not a lot. Pull on it a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and take the part out of the back so I can turn around, because y'all be on me. Uh-oh, can y'all see my shirt? Y'all be on me about, you don't show the back, and I forget, guys. It's like the back looks like the front. I don't understand what the big deal is about seeing the back of the hair. It's gonna look just like the front unless you're looking to see, is the part gone? Does it look flat in the back or whatever? And a lot of that comes from the cut. So it might look flat in the back if you don't have a shape cut to your hair, which I don't, but I do try to stretch it in a way that it doesn't look real flat in the back. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to separate these a little bit more, which is gonna cause a little bit more frizz up here, but it's also gonna give a little bit more height and hopefully get rid of that hanging part in the front. Same over here. Take these top sections and separate. Guys, some people don't like to mess with the top. They want it to look so defined on the top, and they separate under here, which is fine. You do what you want to do. I like to separate the top because I want it to look less defined. I want it to look more like hair, my natural texture. I want to see a little bit of frizz up top blended in, and yeah, just not so uniform, but some people like that uniform look. So I prefer to stretch on top, and then if I want to go under here and not stretch, separate. If I want to separate under here, I will separate under here too. It doesn't matter to me. I didn't really want to do that much actually on this section because it was already frizzy, and by me just touching on it, it's getting frizzier. So it's not really giving me the look that I would normally get if I was using a cream and doing this, okay? So see how that's stiff? See how that's stiff? That's the Mielle, okay? So that lets me know that this conditioner is not very moisturizing, not like I need it to be for my hair. And you can just see the difference between that and the As I Am, okay? So that's what I wanted to see. Remember I said I want to see really how moisturizing this is, or was it the creams that I used from the Mielle that was, you know, making it feel a little bit more moisturized. And now I know that it was both of the creams and this mixed together to give me just the little bit of moisture that I got. But even in those two, I felt like my hair was lacking something. So yeah, Mielle is not, yeah, it's not going to be a repurchase. This wouldn't be a repurchase for me, but if you guys like it, keep getting it. But you can clearly see the difference in the twist outs sides. You can clearly see more over here as far as frizz than over here. I'll separate this section some more just so y'all not, well, you was messing with the Mielle side more, you were separating more. Let me get underneath. You were, you know, manipulating it more and all that, which all that does cause frizz, but it's different. when you learn your hair, you'll be able to learn what kind of frizz you're getting. So I did more over here. Yes, it's bigger, which is what I like. That's why I separate, but it still doesn't have this. You see this? All that on the ends and just kind of looking ratty. This looks more like the definition mixed with frizz, not just frizz. So there you go. All right, guys, that's it for this review of the leave-ins. My number one is going to be the Eden Body Works. Number two is going to be the As I Am. But again, I will pick up either of these if I needed a nice leave-in to go under something to prime the hair. This one starts to define the hair a little bit more than this one does when it's wet and once you apply it. So yeah, those are going to be 1 and 2. Y'all tell me what y'all think, and what did y'all think in the comment section? What did y'all put in the comment section when I was filming? And then the Design Essentials would be 3, because it's pretty frizzy too. It's pretty frizzy too, guys. And then Mael would be last place. The other reason, again, why I would not repurchase this is because of the smell. Even when I was applying these, I was good with the smells. I could smell things, but it was light. As soon as I applied this, it just took over, and that's what I smelled while my hair was drying. So it is just an overbearing smell to me, and that's just me. I'm not saying it smells bad, it's just too much. And because now I'm sensitive, a little bit more sensitive to smells, I wouldn't purchase that again. But this is what the hair looks like, guys. I'm not mad at it. Even all this frizz, I'm not mad at, because if I go around and frizz out the rest of my hair, that would look like a really big, cute, look at that, really big, cute shaped twist out. So I'm not mad at it. And then of course I don't wear my twist outs for a week. That's not something that I do. So if I wanted to wear this a few days and then, retwist it or restyle it or whatever, I could. Okay, so there you go. So let me turn around and let y'all see the back. I don't know what it looks like. Like I said, I can't see it. I'm sure it has a tail back there because I have a tail. I talk about it all the time. And if you're interested in this lip combo, because I know someone may ask, the only thing that is on my lips is the Lip Bar lipstick in Toasted. It was kind of bland. So then I just went in and lined it with the Revlon Color Stay Matte Light Crayon in Souffle All Day. I showed you guys this recently in a haul. So yeah, I just used this as the liner because I didn't feel like going back there and getting a liner. This was on my desk. So I lined it with that, and then this is what I came up with, and I like it. So that is what the lip combo is if you're interested. But yeah, guys, this is it. Tell me what you think. Which leave-in won? Have you tried any of these leave-ins? Which, if you have, which ones do you like the best? What do you pair them with as far as combos for twist outs or wash and goes? Share all that in the comment section below so we all can learn from you. And guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.